foolish being. Since most forms of Mahayana Buddhism speak only of the formless and nameless Dharma body, why did Shinran invoke Amida, the Dharma body, as compassionate means? The reason lies in the totally different structure of religious experience and realization. Zen, for example, aims relentlessly for the realization of non-self, stripping away the individualizing characteristics and marks of all objects, thus transcending the subject-object dichotomy, or objectifying thought, to bring to realization the formless and nameless reality. Whatever reflection or religiosity there is in Zen thought is meant to deepen the experience of transcendence in Dharma body as suchness. Shin Buddhism, however, speaks from the standpoint of one bound to the karmic self, whether it be called finite existence philosophically or foolish being religiously. To such a person, possessing a self incapable of religious austerities and devoid even of potential wisdom, Amida Buddha, with name and form, directs his compassion in the primal vow. In other words, Dharma body as compassionate means is moved to encounter this foolish being, living in the subject-object dichotomous world. Here it is essential that we understand what it is to be foolish. Foolish is not a relative term contrasted to intelligent or wise. It applies to one who, turning to the religious quest to go beyond samsaric existence, discovers the utter impossibility of such a task. In the words of Shinran from the Tanisho, quote, "It is impossible for us, who are possessed of blind passions, to free ourselves from birth and death through any practice whatever." Sorrowing at this, Amida made the vow, the essential intent of which is the evil person's attainment of Buddhahood. Close quote. Such persons, born of deep religious awakening, are also called beings of karmic evil, because the roots of their evil are so profound that it is beyond comprehension and hence karmic, creating countless seen and unseen sufferings for themselves and others, hence evil. Because of the powerful bondage that characterizes the foolish being, traditional paths to enlightenment are closed, and the only avenue open is to, quote, hear, close quote, the origin and purpose of the primal vow, the compassionate design of Amida for the being incapable of any religious practice that will lead to the supreme enlightenment. When this design of Amida to carry all beings to enlightenment reaches the depth of the heart, deeper than intellectual understanding, one is made to awaken to the great compassion of Amida. This is none other than to be made to entrust oneself to the act of great compassion and realize the full dimension of what is heard. This awakening of the foolish being, not as decision or commitment, but as the manifestation of Amida's working, is called Shinjin. Shinjin has two aspects. First, it is the act of entrusting oneself to Amida by virtue of the primal vow. And second, it is the true and real mind and heart of Amida Buddha, in contrast to the false and vain heart and mind of human beings. The second aspect is the basis for the first. Since this entrusting is all due to true compassion, no room is found for any kind of willful calculation or self-assertion. In the realization of one's foolishness and karmic bondage, and of the overwhelming magnitude of other power, all self-power has been eradicated.